Welcome back to Crypto Talk, guys. Let's run down a few things with you here for crypto and Bitcoin overall. So we're right on the schedule with the full-year cycle. Nothing has changed. Really close to the projected market cycle top, which is still I have here at around the second week of October 2025. Bear market low showing here somewhere around October of 2026. So you're about to see the entire market do a hockey stick. Many are predicting this is more of a 2017 style cycle where we have more of this exponential rise. It is kind of choppy here in market Cipher B. Money flow is really strong here in the monthly still. We're getting this choppy consolidation pattern. That's usually what you have before you have a nice big pump. So I do want to point out, though, you're going to see many coins for months on end coming up towards their market cycle peaks. They're going to have bear dibs the entire time on multiple time frames. And it's just going to pump, consolidate, and it's going to ignore all those bear divs until at some point it's not in the bear markets here. So I really want you guys to focus on that. Realize that some of the trading tactics you've used before on larger time frames and also the smaller stuff. Find a range, trade the range. The macro perspective is up until it says otherwise. So I've had the big BLX chart pulled up here for you. Again, I have this so you guys can see where I've derived all this from. I have the last two cycles showing here from 2017 and 2021, and that's how I got that information there, as you can see. So moving on to the next BLX chart. This runs down mathematically. We could have as high as $340,000. While I think that's really unrealistic, it could happen just based on math alone. Anything over 170, I'm really excited about. Technically, anything over 140, I'm really excited about. So take it one step at a time. 165, if you base it off of what should have happened last time and just do diminishing returns moving forward. That's what we're looking at there. All right, so more of a zoomed in on Coinbase. I've got several things here. The massive cup and handle pattern, if that did play out, it's 314,000. If you go back to this one, it's staying 340. So that's crazy that in terms of a measured move, you're actually looking in the 300s. 2618 is what I've been calling for on most coins, including Bitcoin. That's 153. The 241 is coming in at 142,000. And we've blown past the 1618, which was at 101,000. So the RSI, the reason why I have this pulled up instead of market Cipher B to give you a different perspective, it's in a consolidation pattern. This could have one last push, probably another pullback, retest this other yellow line here on the RSI indicator, and then push higher. Again, you're going to start seeing bear divs everywhere, and that's as things consolidate. It's going to continue showing bear divs until you have another green top, probably towards October to December timeframe. All right, Ethereum. Ethereum is going to lead the move. I've got several things here. Most of my projections are based on fibs if the chart allows it. You're going to see some charts coming up like Caspa and Band Protocol are not mature enough to show you those, but I did my best to kind of fit what I think is the best scenario. So here for Ethereum on the weekly, you're just in a massive consolidation pattern since 2021. Keep in mind, this isn't the whole chart. This is just MEXC's version. I liked it because it was more zoomed in on our current 4 years, basically. Same thing as before, 2618 is what I'm targeting, 11,214 for Ethereum, which is not really undoable. It's about 100% above the all-time high. All right, excuse me, it's 140% roughly speaking. Second one is we take the largest point of this consolidation pattern from top to bottom. It gives you 20,332, which is, it's hard to realize being the fact that it's such a muted alt season so far. We haven't had a single one. So once this goes, it's going to go. It's going to attract retail investors. If this space does reach the $15 trillion market cap that everyone keeps talking about, totally doable. This bull flag pennant, if it actually played out, say in the next cycle, that would be $80,000 Ethereum. So totally realistic. If you look at Bitcoin and how it's done over time, it's not going to happen in the immediate future, but let's say in the next, I don't know, say 4 to 7 years. That's potentially possible. I can't say that is what it is, but that's what the measured move shows. Running down to Ethereum, again, I'm going to blow through this, so it's not going to be like an hour-long video. Hopefully it's 20 minutes or less. AVAX, my favorite darling, is in another massive consolidation pattern / bull flag. Again, 2028 time frame, it could be as high as $1,898. Otherwise, I'm looking at the same thing before, the 2618 and the 214 of the realistic blow-off top peaks. You're looking at 343 and then at 427. Keep in mind, the previous all-time high was around $147. So from now until then, it's got a long way to go. You also have a bull div here on the weekly, which is super bullish. For example, to the 618 locally, or say on the more macro perspective, you're looking at 275%. To the all-time high, you're looking at 481%, and then up to my targets, you're looking at 1,200% and roughly 1,600% respectively. These targets are unrealistic if we don't have the influx of money people are expecting. Otherwise, you should be targeting the all-time high and then look to layer out at that point in time. But of course, everything I say is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. I cannot legally give you advice there. All right, Cardano. Everyone remembers the $3. I think I sold out around the same time frame. I think I missed it by 4 cents. But yeah, 2021 was a magical time if you weren't here. You put your money anywhere. You even need leverage trading. You put your money in just spot, hold, and to just sell 4 to 6 months later, you made a lot of money. The question is, how do you hold on to it? So same thing here, fib top to bottom. I'm looking at a retest of the high at 310. From now until there, you're looking roughly 262% move. To my 2618's up at $7.73. You're looking at 807% return. And I'm going to leave it at that. There's unrealistic to predict anything else other than that. Ondo, new darling of the space. We'll have to see how this does. Such little information to pull off of, so I just pull from top to bottom. So short-term time frame, looking for a retest of like the 99 cent to $1 range. Then I'm looking at the 111 to about 125. And 125 is actually the 618, so that's probably would see a rejection. But if the whole market moves, it's just going to moon like everything else. So roughly speaking, what are we at? 103. And then if it goes up to the all-time high, you're looking at 57%. Up to my target, you're looking at 220%. So who knows? This is such potential big use case. This could really go well above $5, especially if the 15 trillion starts to roll in. XRP, everyone's favorite. Massive bear div on the monthly. But like I said, bear divs in a bull market doesn't matter. It's just going to keep going until it stops. This could just run until the end of the year with a bear div. So local breakout target, I still have it at $5.22, which is the 1618. And then I've got 2618 up here at $8.42. And again, the 2618 is kind of what I'm calling for most coins. It's tough being the fact that we haven't had much to base off of last time, but all altcoins last time in 2021 pretty much hit their 3618 numbers. So I'm being very conservative here. If XRP would have done that again, it would be up at $11.60. But it's such a large market cap, I'm just being a little conservative with it. Ban protocol is an absolute dumpster fire. But it has the most potential return. That's why I'm so interested in it. And I've been talking about it for 2 years. Massive bull div on the weekly. So thank goodness, but it's been stuck in this range since March. So if this thing gets lift off to its old all-time high, you're looking at literally 3,000% return on your funds. So this is why I'm paying such close attention to it. Outside of Chainlink, this is the other major oracle in the space. Major contracts, banks, all that fun stuff. So I really am paying attention to this one. Casper Labs. There's not much data to pull off of. I've looked at several different charts, and there's very few actually centralized exchanges that have it listed. Curvature on the market Cipher B here on the weekly is good. Money flow's finally looking to come back up. So it's got such a long way to go. I mean, up to 14 cents before you see any resistance. Sitting at like just under 1.5 pennies. So you do the math on that. It's just silly. So to get to the next really big resistance level, you're looking at 1,000% return. So I'll be paying attention to Casper as well. Sector rotation, if this is your first time in crypto, is really simple. Once Bitcoin gets close to its blow off top, whales institutions start taking profits from their short-term trades. They'll rotate it back into things like Ethereum, and then kind of run down the other top 20 coins from BNB, AVAX, probably Tron, XRP. All of those will start having money flowing in from Bitcoin profits. And then smaller sectors like meme coins, AI, and other stuff will probably be the third round of the blow off top, which usually 4 to 6 weeks after Bitcoin has its peak. And the problem is when things are up, thousands of percents and your portfolio is up several 100%, it's tough to take profit psychologically. So, again, if this is your first time, you need to really pay attention to targets and start laying out like the 10 to 20% range of positions if you're up significantly. Profits on paper don't mean anything until it's in your bank account or in USDC or USDT. So please take profit. Did a really good job with Hex last time in 2021 with taking profit on that one. While most people were fading it, thinking it's going to go much higher. So usually if people are saying it's going to pump another 300% above it, it's likely done at that point in time. Also keep in mind, follow the other indicators like the Coinbase app download. If it hits the number one in the App Store, it's been lights out perfect every time. Other indicators I follow, like the pull multiple and the other dozen or so indicators are near the bottom still. So this run hasn't even started. The Bitcoin dominance, I'm not even going to pull it up. It's starting to drop on the 1 and 2 week significantly. So Tether dominance is also dropping. So this is the big push. So this is the very beginning. This is the seed starting to sprout from the soil, and things are going to start growing to a big ass oak tree here towards the end. So I will talk to you guys soon. Nothing I say is financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me, head to Crypto Blackwall on Twitter, the Blackguard Discord. You need some one-on-one coaching for trading, sector rotation, picking a portfolio. Obviously, I can't give you advice. I can give you what I would do. Head over to my Patreon. I work with you guys one-on-one, hour-long video sessions, screen shares, all that fun stuff to kind of show you how I do things, why I do things, and how to make you a better trader. So